How's it going, folks? Just a quick video on replacing a fuse in a California, so VW T6 California. So basically what it is that where I'm sitting here today is I'm sitting at the passenger, the main side door here. Christian uses the USB. Christian uses it all the time, the cigarette lighter down there. He uses it all the time for charging his iPad and so on. We're driving around. And so what we have is one of these little adapters that we plug in, and it converts the cigarette socket into, so it converts it into one of these things for a USB. So there's a little blue light in it, and the little blue light had stopped lighting up. So then I knew there was definitely some kind of issue with it, that it wasn't, it wasn't receiving power. What I'm going to do today, so I've never changed a fuse before in a car. I don't know what's involved. I've never had to do this before, so this is a first for me. So what did I do? I did what everyone else does. I went onto YouTube to see if there's any videos. So there's a couple of little videos that are helpful, but not very instructional, but they are very useful. And then what I also looked up at the user manual as well, which is kind of helpful, but again also a little bit vague, and there's nothing like practical experience to kind of to do these things. You won't believe where the fuses are kept. Obviously in the video I'm going to show you this, but actually what you have to do is, if you have the comfort dash as it's described as, not the standard dash, it's behind, underneath where the gear stick is, there's a kind of bottle holder, and you have to basically pull that out, and that's where the fuses are. And also the other thing as well, they don't tell you which fuse apparently is the fuse for it. The only thing I can assume, there are 4 USB points. So there's one up in the roof. There's one in the dash, but I think it's powered by the dash, so I'm assuming it's separate. There's one at the kitchen, and there's this one here, and there's that one there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Leaving out the dash one, because I'm assuming the dash is separate. Probably helps. So it's a bit of trial and error, because it doesn't say. So my understanding is that it doesn't say which one is the one that you're supposed to do. So that's what I'm going to try and do today. So I went down to Halfords. I don't know if you can see that. So I went down to Halfords, and what I did was I picked up some fuses. So what it has here, it has for €4, which is probably what, £3 or something like that. It has 2 15-amp fuses, which is what you need for the 12-volt system, and then it comes with 2 20-amp and 2 30-amp, and they're all color coded. The blue ones are the ones that I need. So that's what I'll do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to do this today. Hopefully that's what it is. If it's not the case, then when I change the fuses, it's going to be a case of there's something wrong with the socket, and it's yet another litany, another issue on the litany of things that have gone wrong with the van. But I hopefully, I'm being a bit kind of negative there. Hopefully all it is just the fuse. Right, bye. Okay, so just to show you, that's the guy there. And that's a little blue LED. So I'm going to pop it in there, and you should be able to see. There should be a little blue light showing by now, but there's not. Right now, that should be a blue light, but there's no blue light there. So crazily enough, apparently, and it is because I checked it yesterday. Okay, so I went in and I checked it yesterday. This is the drinks holder thing. Okay, so that's obviously this little drinks holder, and we don't really use it. You can adjust the temperature and so on. So what you have to do is you have to pull it out like that. So that's it, pull it out now. You can see it just comes out, and in here, there you can see, that's the fuses. So that's all the fuses in there. So if you have the regular dash, the standard dash I think it's called, right? So if you have the standard dash, what it is the panel, because obviously there's all this palaver here because it's the comfort dash, right? So this is the standard dash, or in the standard dash, like I was saying, it's just a little panel that you pull off, right? So talk about awkward. I mean, here I am lying in the van, and the other videos are funny because they kind of make themselves out to be contortionists. They're small. So now I have to try and figure out which one it is. So what can I say? I can see one. see 1, 2, 3 15 amp fuses. So I'll have to pull them out. And there's a tweezers there. That white thing apparently is a tweezers to help you pull them out. So what I have to do is I have to find the one that's faulty. Okay, let's see. Just have the torch there now, just to sort of, so this is the tweezers. I'm trying to get this while I'm upside down. See, having the camera there is handy because I can see it. Okay. So that's the tweezers. So I don't know what I pulled it out of. But I'll try and get it back in. Okay, so for the sake of comfort, I have opened the passenger door and I'm trying to this is so awkward. I'm trying to get it so that I can reach these and then keep the camera as well in position. Okay. So no, that's fine. Just pop it back in. Fine. Okay. So if you're wondering why I'm purple in the face, it's because I basically had my head upside down for the last 15 minutes trying to figure this out. So I've not replaced, but I've looked at all the fuses. I pulled out all the 15 amp fuses, and they all seem fine. There doesn't seem to be any kind of obvious damage to them or burns out or anything like that. So that can only mean one thing. It's either a fuse in the engine, but I'm not going to bother with that because I don't think those fuses manage the interior. The only thing is that the USB socket has worn out. So the van is 3 years and 9 months old, and after 3 years and 9 months, that USB socket seems to have stopped working. So what did we use it for? Like I said, Christian would be using it for his iPad. I have a little car vac that I run off it as well. So it's just stopped working. So there you go. So I'll try and put this back in now, and obviously the next thing will be, that's going to be, I thought that's what it was. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to go and get VW to have a look at it. But I'm not going to bother because it's not crucial. What I'll do is I'll leave it till she gets her service, and she's due a service in January, so that's what I'll do. So we'll just have to cope without it till then, unless I can figure something else out. Okay, so how awkward is it to get this guy back in? Oh. You can see it just sort of pulled out. You see, I'll just make it a bit brighter for you. So okay, I'll try and do this two-handed. Did it yesterday. It was handy enough. Yeah. I did it yesterday, so it's just a bit more awkward today typically. Okay. So it's only a minor thing, obviously. focus. Okay, it's only a minor thing, but it's the inconvenience because we went down to Halfords and got those, and I assumed that's what it was. But now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the key to see to make sure that no other warnings come up. No, everything seems fine. Doesn't seem to be no issues. But we won't know till we obviously take the van for a spin. But so there you go. So I thought the video would be about changing. Now, the good thing about the video obviously is that you've got to see what's involved, so it is kind of some use. But all I've just done is proven the point that there's something wrong with the USB port or the cigarette lighter. Now, there's nothing wrong with the before you ask the adapter, because I tried it in my car and it works, and I tried it in a different socket in the van and it worked there as well. So there's definitely something wrong with the thing. So there you go. So unless you have any suggestions, we'll leave it at that. Thanks a million for watching. Bye bye.